Good morning, everyone. It's your host, Bear Evans with Lil Mike Fight Night, and today we are going to be talking about Robert Whittaker versus Khamzat CHAMAEV, okay? This is happening June 22nd, and it's on a UFC Fight Night. Can you believe that? So a UFC Fight Night means there's a fly in here, great. A UFC Fight Night means there's no pay-per-view purchase in order to watch it, so there's no financial barrier to entry. It's a free event. I have never in my lifetime seen a free event this freaking stacked. Khamzat CHAMAEV obviously is one of the UFC's marquee stars. He's Mr. Pay-Per-View, he's in all the main events, and he's even headlining. And so I'm just super excited for this. I think though why they're doing this, and tell me what your thoughts are too if you agree or not, but as this younger generation is coming in of UFC fans and the older ones are either passing away or are going to obviously in multiple years, whether it's 10 or 50, whatever, but that's not important. But anyways, as the more younger people are coming in and the older generation's leaving, it's going to be less potential pay-per-view buyers. The majority of the younger generation wants to stream, watch the pay-per-view for free, go on one of these websites, get a link, whatever. And while the older generation of the diehard, OG fans want to pay for the pay-per-view. I know UFC is a very, very proactive company. They probably are already trying to think about other ways to add additional revenue streams to go ahead and supplement the decline of pay-per-view buys. Now, I've heard some people talk, like Sean O'Malley in his podcast, he said that nowadays like 600,000 pay-per-views is the equivalent to 1 million pay-per-views with a really no particular scientific math or anything like that, but just kind of giving a comparison, kind of like inflation, deflation for the dollar, also for the pay-per-view. So back then, let's say like UFC 200, 1 million buys, Nunes, no. Was it Rousey? Ronda Rousey? Brock Lesnar? Anyways, doesn't freaking matter. UFC 200, let's say at 1 million pay-per-view buys. If it was to happen today, UFC 300, 600,000 would be the same thing. And that's according to the bantamweight champion. And also though, on top of all this, Khamzat CHAMAEV versus Robert Whittaker, it looks like it's going to be a #1 contender spot. So whoever wins this fight is going to be considered the #1 contender, and that usually means they're next in line for the belt. What I'm a little confused on, though, is that, the next fight up for the champion, du Plessis, is with Adesanya for UFC 305. Adesanya and du Plessis, they were trying to get them to fight on UFC 300. They both turned that down for various reasons. Now they're fighting at UFC 305. At least that seems to be the talk of the town. Now, the winner of that fight, I'm like, it's just a little funny to me because I think that Sean Strickland should be next in line because he just lost to du Plessis in a razor-thin decision, and he also beat the shit out of Adesanya before that in order to capture the belt. And so it's just funny. It's like, okay, Adesanya's going to win. Adesanya versus du Plessis. The winner of that gets to fight the winner of Khamzat versus Whittaker. Now, go ahead and forget about Sean Strickland. I recorded this video originally. I then recorded another video about is Sean Strickland being forgotten about. That first video I did, which is this one, I never clicked record, and so I'm redoing it. And but anyways, so for Khamzat CHAMAEV, a few things I want to bring out, some thoughts. He doesn't seem to be a 5-round fighter. I love Khamzat CHAMAEV. I have his freaking flag in my gym whenever I'm training boxing. I love this guy, but this is someone who is finishing everyone, via submission or knockout until he met real tried and true 5-round, upper echelons competitors. #1, Gilbert Burns. And he kind of has the same layout with all of his hard fights. I'm not including Kevin Holland in this. I'm talking about the top of the top. I love you, Holland. He's a great fighter, but Gilbert Burns, they had 1 round. Khamzat did awesome, tried finishing him. He couldn't do it. His coach was saying, Khamzat, calm down. Quit trying to get the finish. Khamzat didn't listen. 2nd round, Khamzat got tired. Gilbert Burns started beating up CHAMAEV. 3rd round, now they're both just kind of a little bit tired for beating each other up. Still seems, though, that Gilbert Burns could keep going where Khamzat was trying to survive on the 3rd round. Not really counting Kevin Holland. Khamzat finished him real quick, whatever. We go over to Kamaru Usman. 1st round, same thing. Khamzat tries finishing him. Amazing grappling, dominates him in the wrestling, gets on top of him, trying for submissions. A little bit of ground and pound, nothing too crazy. Didn't get the finish. 2nd round, Even though Kamaru didn't pick the pace and didn't, put the pressure on him, Khamzat was tired, couldn't do anything, definitely lost the second round, the third round. Kind of the same outcome as Burns versus CHAMAEV. Anyways, CHAMAEV said he had a broken hand, but we didn't get any x-rays or official medical reports on that during the Kamaru-Usman fight, and it was the exact same outcome as the Burns fight. If you rewatch it, exact same thing. Round 1, super strong, tries to finish. Round 2, fucking tired, gets the fuck beat out of him. Round 3, they're both kind of getting back and forth. He's really just surviving, giving it everything he's got so he can win that round. What happens with this round 4 and then 5? I don't know. Like we know, Robert Whittaker is the gatekeeper. Back when Adesanya was on top, you had to beat Whittaker in order to get the title shot. Not anyone really beat Whittaker, obviously, for Adesanya. And then Dricus Du Plessis. Du Plessis got the title shot. Didn't get it with Adesanya like planned. Got it with Sean Strickland instead. And now here we are right now. But I'm really excited for, guys. I think that Khamzat, if he can learn to keep the pace, to slow down his pace, not go 100% on everything, not always try to get the finish, try to throw some punches 60%, 50%. I think he can get the finish. Whittaker's definitely, he's got a button, as Du Plessis went ahead and showed everyone that he has a freaking button. Now, so did Adesanya, though, too. But Whittaker is an amazing 5-round fighter. He's a middleweight veteran. He won the Ultimate Fighting Championship at welterweight, I believe, and then he moved up to middleweight. Then he became the actual UFC champion, not through the show, that contest. And so he is definitely tried and true and tested and verified competition for CHAMAEV. I can't wait to see them fight. Who do you think's going to win? I personally want CHAMAEV to win, and then I want CHAMAEV to fight Du Plessis, because I'm assuming that Israel Adesanya and Du Plessis are going to fight. I think Du Plessis is going to win. I think CHAMAEV and Du Plessis are going to fight, and then I hope CHAMAEV beats Du Plessis so then he can fight his buddy and person he sparred with before, Sean Strickland, and I think that would be an absolute banger. Maybe that's low-key the UFC's whole position on this. But anyways, check my video out right here, guys. I'm going to have it posted on the left or right. It's the one I just filmed about Sean Strickland. Is he being forgot about? Leave your comments down below. Is Khamzat Chimaev going to win or Robert Whittaker? And then also, what do you think about Du Plessis versus Adesanya? With all that being said, I'm out, guys. Peace.